Garoppolo now, first down throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Watch the run. 21. No. Greystone, travel.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Watch the run.
21. Here we go. 42 to Mike.
Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Here we go.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
21.
Mike 42.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
Watch the block. Motion. Block.
Kill.
Six.
So don't say
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Finding room to the 20. Open man is born. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Shift. Watch the shift.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 74 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Shift.
65, 65.
Garoppolo looks to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Tyler Irvin back deep. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They run with a fullback now. This is Dan Vitale. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
And it brings up 3rd down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Hey, wahoo!
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Hey, orbit!
In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison, 99 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Switch gears.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49ers' 43-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Running right, Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards, first down, Packers. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
49ers 3.
54 Mike. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 10-30. Watch the whip.
Rodgers now on first down. It's caught here by Adams. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
18.
We got it, we got it.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Crosby for the point after. And it's 21-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio,
21.
that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here we go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Mike 42. And here we go. Watch the pass.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He finds an opening past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80.
3 bud. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
11.
Garoppolo on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
You ain't doing nothing.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
21. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run it with Coleman. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Under 10, 10.
Now Garoppolo. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I got one.
2.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone,
Here we go.
you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Garoppolo now. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. The big fella. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. In for the score. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point try now for Crosby. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. A field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the run, watch the run.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards, first down Niners. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Garoppolo now, 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down by Jimmy Ward. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And that's complete to Adams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 56, Mike, 56. I'm going to run you up again.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1, It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
319. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
They'll go again to Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Bravo! 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Now Crosby for the point after. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
The Niners take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check safety, check safety. White. White 42.
Garoppolo. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Garoppolo got his target, Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 yards, first down Niners.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
12.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Here we go.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Check 26.
Slam.
Two.
42.
You bet. 22 jet bomber. Be afraid of me.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 43 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Go! 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Here we go. Right.
Watch out. Check three.
Recon, 132 fighter. 26.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
258.
54. You got nothing to run.
Inside. Check, check. What? Hey, Zoo. Record. Hey.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Hey, take 26. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hey, Alpha. Watch the boot. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, you get jump out. Mike 54. Hey, Delta.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he'll go down at the 28.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
319. 56. No chance.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
You get blocked, me. You get blocked.
Again, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 79 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, Pop.
Here's Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Silver, Silver. Bang, 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 bang.
12, fellas, here we go.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
Check, 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 check.
Check, crack.
13, 13.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Black 80!
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Lock, lock, lock.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. 18 yards, first down Niners. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
That is caught at the 7. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
56 is the mic. I don't think it's more. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Rodgers now to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Rodgers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38.
Put it 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, exit.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Switch.
Inside. Switch. H3. 218. Chopper.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
50.
That's track.
5.
Mike 54. Hey, pick your game up. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. What we got?
Hey, 88. Look at that.
Now Rodgers to throw again. And an alley to run. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On first down, Jones. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On second down, Williams. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Packers on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
26. Hey, box truck, box truck.
56 is the mic.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. D Ford in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here we go, here we go. What do you need?
50, Mike, 50. Too little, cut.
11, 11.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And yes, he found Toilolo. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. What do you need?
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Check it.
Flag!
Garoppolo on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Go.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montrevious Adams in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
11.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
21.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch that in.
21. Here we go. 21.
Garoppolo again. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.